You ever move somewhere thinking it's going to be your sanctuary, only to find out it's a battlefield? That's what happened to me when I bought a little house on Maplewood Lane, hoping for some peace after 26 years fighting fires running in burning buildings while everyone else ran out. I was done with the sirens, the smoke, the way your bones ache from carrying too much for too long. But I wasn't ready for Linda Harper, the HOA queen who turned my quiet dream into a war over a damn tree. I'm Jack Riley, retired firefighter, bad knees, worse shoulder, and a heart that just wanted a break. Maplewood Lane was supposed to be a small brick house, big front porch, half-acre lot with this gorgeous old sycamore tree that shaded everything, like it was holding the place together. That tree? It was love at first sight, gnarled branches, leaves whispering in the breeze, like it had seen 100 summers and was still standing proud. The neighborhood was picture-perfect, too. Neat lawns, friendly waves, kids on bikes. But it came with a catch-on HOA, and at the top of it was Linda. Not her real name, but if you've ever met someone who wields a clipboard like a scepter, you know why I call her that. It started small like it always does. 2 weeks after I moved in, I got a citation taped to my door bright yellow, like it was screaming at me. My zucchini patch was non-compliant with aesthetic standards. I laughed at him, a guy who dragged people out of burning cars, getting scolded for vegetables. I trimmed the plants back, not because I cared about the rules, but because I figured live and let live, right? Wrong. Linda wasn't about compromise, she was about control. She started strolling by my place twice a day with her yappy dog, Biscuit, snapping pictures of my yard when she thought I wasn't looking. First, it was the mailbox dew faded. Then my wrong shade of green. Then I got a fine for watering my lawn on a Tuesday instead of a Thursday. I let slide, thinking I'd outlast her. I'd faced worse than a nosy neighbor with a power trip, or so I thought. Then she set her sights on my sycamore. One afternoon, I'm out pulling weeds, sweat dripping, when I see her standing at the edge of my yard with 2 HOA lackeys, Tom, a guy who looked like he memorized the bylaws in his sleep, and Susan, who nodded at Linda like her neck was on a spring. Linda points at the tree with her pen, all business. "That sycamore's a hazard, Jack," she says, voice dripping with fake concern. "It's leaning over the property line, and those branches could fall in a storm." I stand up, slow, feeling my knees creak. "It's healthy," I say. "Got it inspected when I bought the place certified for another 20 years. She smirks, not even trying to hide it. "It's 3 feet past the setback line. HOA rules are clear." I look at that tree, older than her, older than this whole damn neighborhood. "It was here before your rules," I say, locking eyes. "And it's staying." Her smile tightens, and I feel it like the air before a fire flashes over. This wasn't about the tree. It was about her needing to win. The notices kept coming, fines piling up, all about the sycamore. $200 for landscape obstruction. Another $150 for non-compliance. I fought back, got city records showing the tree was on my land, even had an arborist write up a report. But Linda didn't care about facts, she cared about power. Then one day, I come home from the hardware store and see it, a white spray-painted ring around the base of my tree, a stake in the ground with a tag that says marked for removal HOA directive. My stomach drops. I'm on the phone in Minute City arborist, police non-emergency line, my old buddy Mike, the county fire marshal. I start recording everything. Dates, times, trucks idling nearby, with guys who scatter when I ask for ID. I'd learned one thing in the fire service: when someone's coming for you, evidence is your lifeline. The showdown came on a crisp spring morning. I hear machinery rumbling at dawn, step outside in my pajama pants, and there's Linda, arms crossed, directing a crew with a skid steer loader aimed at my tree. "Morning, Jack," she calls, all fake cheer. "Just clearing a hazard from share property." I step in front of the machine, heart pounding. "This is my land, Linda. City says so. You touch that tree, It's felony vandalism. She laughs, sharp and mean. We have authority, Jack. You've been warned. I pull out my phone, hit record, and stare down the driver. You move that machine. I'm calling the sheriff, and your company's done. The crew hesitates, looks at Linda, then backs off. She's fuming, screaming at the foreman about contracts and cowardice, but they're gone in 15 minutes. As she storms off, she hisses, "This isn't over." I just sit on my porch, under that sycamore, camera still rolling, knowing she's right. 2 weeks later, it happens. I'm driving home from the VFW, where I help out with repairs for old vets, and I see Itme Sycamore, my anchor, lying across Maplewood Lane, blocking the whole damn road. Splinter at the base, clean chainsaw cuts, sawdust everywhere. It's like someone gutted my home. I look up, and there's Linda, sipping a coffee, smirking from her driveway. "You look upset, Jack," she says, casual as hell. "The HOA deemed it unsafe." I'm shaking, barely holding it together. "You did this. You blocked the whole street." She shrugs. "Unfortunate side effect. I see the cuts on the limbs deliberate, angled to make it fall across the road. This wasn't just vandalism. It was a message. The fallout was immediate. No emergency vehicles could get through, not ambulances, not fire trucks. The Wilsons, an elderly couple down the street, couldn't get their dialysis transport. Mail stopped. Trash piled up. Neighbors started whispering, then talking, then shouting. Linda tried to cover her tracks with a fake safety initiative form, even got her cousin's buddy to sign off as an arborist. But I had the footage, the reports, the city on my side. Mike, the fire marshal, was livid. "She's blocked the only emergency route," he said, pacing by the fallen tree. "She better pray nothing catches fire." Then it did. A Tuesday night, thunder rolling in, sky heavy with that electric buzz you feel in your bones. I'm on my porch when I hear the siren, sharp, urgent, then stuck. I grab my flashlight, pull on my old fire boots, and run toward the sound. Fire trucks are jammed at the base of the hill, lights flashing, crews shouting into radios. "Where's the fire?" I yell. The lieutenant turns, face grim. 114 Maplewood. Big one. Flames through the roof. No access. Might get twists. That's Linda's house. I sprint up the hill, rain soaking me, and see Ither Mansion swallowed in flames, windows exploding, heat so fierce it stings from 50 yards away. And there's Linda, drenched, screaming in her yard, "My dog's inside. Do something." But the trucks can't move. The tree blocks them. The crews try a back route, a muddy service lane, but it's too late. The house burns for 40 minutes before they get water on it. Total loss. Linda's staring at me through the rain, eyes wild, mascara running. "You did this," she shrieks. I don't flinch. "No, Linda, you did." The neighbors watch, silent, as her empire of control burns down. Her dog, Biscuit, gets out. Some rookie finds her under the deck, but Linda's alone. No board members, no allies, just the wreckage of her own making. The news hits like wildfire. Local stations run it. HOA blockade delays firefighters as mansion burns. Clips of Linda yelling at the crews go viral. My phone's blowing up reporters, neighbors, even the DA's office. Turns out, Linda wasn't just a bully, she was crooked. They dig into the HOA records and find $80,000 in ghost payments to fake vendors, approved by her and her buddy Tom. Embezzlement, fraud, property destruction's hit with felony charges. Her mugshot's online by the next day, and the neighborhood's done with her. At the emergency HOA meeting, the room's packed, everyone's angry. I show them everything: photos, videos, the fake invoice for my tree. Susan bolts, Tom sweats, and the treasurer, Carl, calls for a vote to oust Linda. It passes in seconds. I run for HOA president, not because I want the job, but because I've seen what happens when good people stay quiet. I win, And we get to work new bylaws, open votes, no more secret fines. We use the recovered money to fix sidewalks, build a playground, plant a community garden where my sycamore stood. A new tree goes Ina Young sycamore, tagged Maplewood's second chance. It's small, but it's growing. Linda's gone now, moved out under a cloud of shame and lawsuits. But the fight's not over. I got a note under my door last week. No signature, just block letters. You think you're safe? Watch yourself. Maybe it's her. Maybe it's someone else from her old circle of HOA cronies. I don't know, but I'm not scared. I've faced fires before, real ones, and the kind people like Linda Start. I keep that note in my binder with every photo, every report, because I know one thing. You don't win by fighting dirty. You win by standing firm. Maplewood's different now. Kids play, flags fly, people wave. We're not perfect, but we're real. And that garden? It's thriving tomatoes, marigolds, even a goofy gnome someone snuck in. I sit on my porch some nights, watching that little sycamore stretch toward the sky, and I think about how it started with a zucchini vine and ended with a fire that burned away the lies. Justice isn't always loud, it's in the quiet moments, the new roots, the neighbors who aren't afraid anymore. So what do you think? Ever dealt with an HOA tyrant or a neighbor who thought they owned the block? Drop a comment, tell me your story, because if I've learned anything, it's that one voice can start a fire, and sometimes that's exactly what a street needs to grow again.